Hello everyone, let's check out the third topic of this course, which is quick preview. So with this topic, we are going to learn a very basic understanding of the lab environment for this course, which means this course is about developing and building up cloud native application. Speaking of cloud native application, you need it means you need to build up or develop your application or services based on microservice architecture. And Microsoft application based on Microsoft's architecture typically consists of multiple services or applications. So, which means you need to understand how to run those services or applications in your environment. So, this topic will give us a basic understanding about how to run multiple services on your environment. So let's get into the topic by clicking enter button here. And then please launch integrated development environment first. As you can see on the instruction of this topic, it is about getting familiar with a lab environment by running all the services. So let's think about a front-end service first. So if you want to run a front-end service, you need to open a new terminal first. So you can open a new terminal from terminal menu like this. And then I would like to run git clone https and then github.com/event -stormy/ui.git. So I just clone front ui.git from github.com like this. When you let's see, you can see UI directory from there or project. So I'd like to change directory into UI like this, and then basically, as you can see from the files of the folder or directory, you can see JSON or .js, things like that. So which means this front end is developed with a JavaScript. And then as you can see, package.json, it means you need to run npm install command to install dependencies for JavaScript framework. So I'd like to run npm install first. After installing dependencies, it's time to run a front-end service. So if you want to run a front-end service, you can run npm run serve command. And then you can see the output like starting development server and some log output about building up applications. And you can see the progress of the building of applications from the output of the terminal. And finally, you can see the output like compiled successfully in blah blah blah. So it means the front-end service is running at the moment. So let's check out if you can access the service or not by accessing the service using web browser. So if you wanna access the service with port information, in this case, as you can see, a port number is 8080. You can go to labs and open port, and you can specify the port number of the service. In this case, 8080. And as you can see here, you can see the login window to get access to the 12th Street shopping mall. So when you click a login button, nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. It's because as you can see here, there will be no interactions because it needs backend microservices running. And then as you can see here, the front end service is based on Vue.js. And let's think about how to run product service. So if you want to run product service, you can open one more terminal like this, and then I would like to run git command again. Git clone https://event-storming/products.git. And you can see products folder from there. So I'll like change directory into product. And then when I ls here, you can see pom.xml from there with mvnw, right? So it means if you want to run the product service, you can run mvn spring -boot run. As you can see, output from the terminal, the product service is running without any problem. So let's get access to the product service with HTTP. So using HTTP, you can try to access the service to see if the service is running or not. So I'd like to open new terminal, and then when you type HTTP, as you can see here, HTTP is already installed. So HTTP localhost 8085 docts products. And as you can see here, you can see the response from the product service like this. And then it's time to run API gateway. So in a similar way, I think I have to open new terminal first, and then I'd like to run git command. To save time, I'd like to copy the command from here and paste, enter, and then change directory into gateway. I'd like to run mvn spring -boot run. After running gateway service successfully, I'd like to check out if I can access to the service or not. So I think I can go to labs and open port and port number 8088. And you can see the error from there is because as you can see here, HTTP error 401 will be rendered because authentication service is not available at the moment. But you can add products here, and as you can see the response from product service through gateway service like this, which means the gateway service is running successfully, but the error comes from the authentication service. And then it's time to connect front-end and API gateways. So I would like to open a terminal for front-end, and I would like to start the front-end service first by pressing Ctrl C. And then I would like to run npm run build. After building up front-end application, I would like to create a Docker image by running docker build -t front to end. You can see the process of building up Docker image like this. And then you can run docker image command to see the Docker image you just build up like this. You can see front end Docker image like this. And then I would like to run the Docker image by running docker run -d 8080 colon 8080 with environment variable for view underbar app underbar API underbar host. And this environment is used to specify the API gateway address. So I'd like to specify the value for view app API host environment variable to be http local host 8085, which is the destination address for gateway service, and front end. If you want to check if the front service is running as a container, you can run docker ps command, and you can see front end container like this. And then from this terminal, I would like to run http localhost 8085/products. And as you can see here, you can see product information like this. And it's time to run the rest of the services, like order service, delivery service, and authentication service. So I like to run order service first. So in order to run order service, we need to run git clone to clone the project first from the GitHub. So I'd like to copy the git command like this. And then from a new terminal, I'd like to paste and enter. And then change directory into orders. And then I would like to run mvn spring -boot run. And then to run delivery service, I would like to run a new terminal again, and then I would like to run git command to download a delivery project from github.com. and change directory to delivery. And then mvn spring -boot run. And after running order service successfully like this, I think I can put an order for testing purpose. So from labs menu, I would like to run open port command for port number 8080. And then when I click a login button, the login does not work. It's because the authentication service is not running yet. So it's time to run authentication service. So I would like to open new terminal. And then I would like to clone authentication project from github.com. After cloning the authentication service, it's time to run the authentication service. So I would like to change directory into OAuth folder like this, and then I would like to run mvn spring -boot run. After running the authentication service successfully, it's time to check interactions between services. So from a new terminal, I would like to run http localhost 8085 products to see the list of the product like this from the product service. And then I would like to check delivery service. So http localhost 8082 deliveries. DLIVRIES. And as you can see here, you can see the list of deliveries like this. And then I would like to confirm fault isolation from a failure of delivery service. So I would like to interrupt delivery service by pressing Ctrl+C. So this is the terminal for delivery service. So I would like to press Ctrl+C to stop the delivery service like this. And then I would like to confirm data. I would like to check fault isolation function of the service. So I would like to put an order for 5 masks from product service. PRODUCT as products, and so I would like to order or I would like to put an order for 5 masks. So for localhost 8082 products, product ID is going to be 1, and product name is mask, and then quantity is 5, and price is 100. Customer ID 1, customer name is James, and customer address is Seoul. As you can see here, I got an error. It's because I put an order to wrong port number 8082, which is the port for delivery service, which is not running at the moment. So I changed the port to be 8085, which is the port number for product service like this. And then as you can see here, I can successfully put an order for 5 masks like this. This is the end of this topic. Thanks for watching.